Hey there. Welcome back to Shivers 2. We'll pick up where we left off. We just finished exploring some of the town. We saw the gas station, the sheriff's department, Bert's mobile home, and then as far as we could get with the mine. Let's take a look at the map. We're going to keep going around this way, and the next place we will check out is Savings and Loan. Let's go. I missed the cyclone reporter. Let's take a look. It says in blurred text, closed. Temporary until the return of the mayor's wife, Mrs. Matthews, editor and chief. Interesting. Another missing person. Now here we have the Safari Savings and Loan. And it's a puzzle. I don't know that I know the solution to this one either. Okay, I couldn't figure it out. How about we go in here next? It's got a picture of a snake on the door for this one. I think this is some kind of store, maybe? Hello, cola dispenser. Did we read the poster for Jason Dunlop before? It says age 24, missing since June 10. Last seen in Devil's Mouth Canyon while searching for 2 missing tourists. Jason was familiar with the canyon, therefore foul play or accidental injury is suspected. If anyone has information regarding the whereabouts of Jason, please contact the Cyclone Police. And then we have a little warning notice over on the left here. Warning, several persons have vanished in Devil's Mouth Canyon. Extreme caution should be exercised when entering the canyon. Hazardous conditions may make rescue impossible. Man, the major draw here is killing people, basically. Always better safe than sorry.
Hello, Phil. It just so happens I know something about what happened to your son. But information isn't cheap, Phil. Especially when your payment's already late. If you want to know what's happening to this town, meet me at my trailer. And bring money.
To replay this message saved.
That was a Bert message to Richard. He was extorting.
Phil? As mayor, I'm calling an emergency town council meeting. Something has to be done. First, your son disappears in Devil's Mouth, and now everyone is jumping ship as if... The question is, what can we do to stop it? 2 o'clock in the library.
To replay this message, press the blue button. To resave this message, press the red button. Message saved. End of messages. Phil, this is Pearl. Thanks for giving Dave and Wendy a ride to the cafe when their van broke down the other day. I know that was really going out of your way. You'd think Dave and Mike would take better care of their van. They know so much about cars and all. They said someone from Cyclone cut all the wires, as if someone from here would actually do something like that. Besides, with the landslide, they're stuck here with the rest of us. Aren't they? Thanks again, Phil. To save this message, press the message saved. End of messages.
Hmm. Oh, is this cash register simulation? Wait, why would I do this? I don't want to guess at random, but that's interesting. Hi there. Okay, you just hissed at me. That's it. Alright. Who's feeding you? That's... What was that noise? What? It's still going. Should I watch it? Oh, that actually is creeping me out. I want to walk away from you. Please stop. Okay. Okay, that's just gonna be a thing now, guys. Here's a freaky looking tablet. Found in an ancient burial ground deep under the city of Cyclone, this stone tablet tells a story of an ancient civilization, probably the Anasazi. Several experts have tried unsuccessfully to interpret the writings on the tablet, its message meaningful only to the dead. At Gusty Gas, you can see one of these dead Indians, now petrified and turned to stone. While you're there, don't forget to fill up that tank. Okay, Snake is still there, even though it sounds like it wants me for breakfast. Oh, okay. Sorry, out of... something. Can't read that. Out of eggs and milk. Oh, what in the gosh darn hilly jeez? A skeleton? With a really interesting bracelet on it. This is so weird. Okay. We gotta get the heck out of here, huh? Oh! Wait, I'm having a brain blast. I see we have, I think, 3 oranges. 3 times 69 cents per pound. How many oranges? I mean, how many pounds? I don't know. We could try 69. Do not take that out of context. I've never been this nervous playing this game. Wait. Okay. 3 times 69. Where's the, like... What? I don't know. I'll just get out of here. Well, you got to see me when I'm nervous. 'Cause I'm totally calm, cool, and collected all the time. Otherwise. Okay, then. I don't want to go back there for a hot minute. Let's go to the Cyclone Library and Museum instead. Does anybody even use the system anymore at libraries? They should. OP. Why is that the only one that can open? There's so much to look at in here. Get ready for some more reading. That's what we're here for. Fire destroys appliance store. About 1 a.m. last Tuesday, Charles Spencer came running from the motel to see the CS appliance ablaze. By the time a bucket brigade was formed, it was too late. Officer Andy Washington thought he heard thunder that night and wondered if the fire was not caused by lightning hitting cardboard boxes piled behind the building. "I knew I should have cleaned those boxes up weeks ago," Charles said when interviewed. Savings and loan to shorten hours. Tad Matthews. Oh, that's our mutton chops man. So Charles was next to Tad Matthews. That makes sense in the photo. Yep. Sorry, anyway. Tad Matthews, mayor of Cyclone and owner of Safari Savings and Loan, discussed today that the Savings and Loan would no longer be open until 5 p.m., but will close at 4 p.m. Tad cited the recent robbery as reason for the shortened hours. It was just before closing that the burglar broke into the bank and threatened the mayor at gunpoint. Here's something on August 22nd, 1992. So this was 5 years ago. Cyclone native dies. Councilman injured in accident. Oh, there's a picture of Nora Hickson. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I put it together. Remember back in Bert's trailer? The painting? I think it looked a lot like her. And then the apparition was talking about how Bert was trying to get her likeliness correct. Oh my gosh, is Nora the one helping us? I kind of thought it was going to be one of our friends, but I didn't want to admit that. Okay, let's read this article now. Early this morning, on her way to the bakery, Nora Hickson Wharton drove into the path of 4 of Cyclone's most outstanding citizens. The 4 town councilmen had just left the museum after a grueling all-night meeting discussing the welfare of Cyclone. While all vehicles involved sustained damage, Nora's burst into flames, killing her instantly. "She was weaving all over the road," said Tad Matthews, who sustained shoulder injuries. George Bellairs and Charles Spencer painfully endured the drive to Flagstaff to have stitches and abrasions looked at by a doctor. Upon his return, George fulfilled his duties as Cyclone preacher and comforted Nora's parents. "This is a tragedy that affects the entire town," George lamented, in his probably very abrasive voice. And here's another one on August 22nd, 1992. The tragedy strikes at Cyclone. Your ad here. Ivan's Barbershop for a limited time only. Haircuts $5. For an appointment, call 555-3200. We could call that phone number if we wanted to. I actually think I have several phone numbers I could try to call. Grocer's son to take over management of gas station. For years, Phil Dunlap has run both Phil's Market and Gusty Gas. Last Monday, he proudly passed management of the gas station to his son, Jason. "I've waited a long time for this day," Phil said. Okay. Can I see something? No. Ooh, what's in here? Major find. Cliff dwelling discovered in Devil's Mouth. Devil's Mouth Canyon joins a host of Southwest canyons thought to have been home to the Anasazi Indians. Recently, 2 Devil's Mouth explorers came upon an impressive structure of cliff dwellings. "This is definitely a major find," Mayor Matthews stated. "Fortunately, Cyclone natives are well aware of the dangers of Devil's Mouth and will wisely stay away from the ruins." Derived from a Navajo Indian word thought to mean the ancient ones, the word Anasazi actually can be translated to mean enemy ancestors. The Anasazi were cliff dwellers who mysteriously disappeared about 1300 AD, leaving behind homes built in canyon walls throughout the Southwest. Their disappearance remains one of the world's greatest mysteries. So who's that? I get that's Tad, but who's the other one? His photos in Bert's trailer. Okay, looks like we can look at this bookshelf in more detail, possibly. Strange and Unusual Facts of the American Southwest by Hubert T. Windelknot. That is a reference to the other Shivers game. And I think that's all this is. I can't open it. Thanks for that. Oh, here's another book. Symbols and Masks. That looks familiar. Most of the Indians in the Southwest use masks as part of their religious ceremonies. Some professionals say that the use of masks came from the Spanish, but there's evidence in early petroglyphs and pottery that masked rituals existed as early as the Anasazi. The most widely studied of the mask religions is the Kachina religion. Kachinas are believed to be spirit intermediaries between God and man. If a person is good, it is believed that at the time of death, he or she goes to the underworld and returns as a Kachina to help bring blessings to the living. While Kachinas are mainly benevolent, they can be dangerous if not treated properly. During special ceremonies, when the person slips the Kachina mask over his head, he can then see with the eyes of the Kachina spirit. The mask is not only important to the ceremony, but takes on a sacredness and power of its own. There are stories of evil things happening if the masks are not respected or if the ritual isn't proper. Certain types of masks are so sacred that they must be kept out of sight when not in use. To attract the gods, ceremonies also include paintings and special offerings of prayer sticks, which are sometimes carved with symbols. These are our symbols. Okay. Oh, this looks like more petrified remains. A foot? A hand missing a ring finger. And part of a head with some hair. Petrified Indian remains. While working in the silver mines, Frederick Dunlap, one of the original settlers, found a massive lime deposit. Digging into the deposit, he found several Indian bodies that had become petrified by the lime. The only unbroken body can be seen on display at Gusty Gas. Oh, here's a model. I have a feeling like something is out of place or there's an extra building that exists that doesn't anymore. Not sure. Let's continue. Wow, that is a whole lot of darkness. Why am I over here if there's nothing to do? I'm genuinely confused. Oh! Some kind of peephole. Somebody could be spying on you. Well, hello. Look at that one right there. Alright. There are 3 other objects I'd need in these shapes in order to gain access to that special door. What in the world would be behind that, I wonder? There's one book I can read. Oh! Nikes.
Are you alright? Who would have guessed those bookshelves would have toppled over so easily? But I assume you're looking for this.
That was bizarre. Did she have anything to do with what just happened there? As a ghost? Or not? I'm just ready to do it. Also, that did hurt us. Oh boy. Ready for another big lore drop? This is The Ayanyi Stone and Other Living Myths by Dr. Janice Raincloud. In the beginning, the creatures of the world lived in the second world deep under the ground. It was very foul, with unfinished creatures crawling over each other like reptiles in darkness, spitting on one another or doing some other indecency. From his home in the first world, Tua, the creator, saw that they were fighting amongst themselves. He told Spider Grandmother to gather all the creatures and lead them upwards to the third world that lay just below the surface of the earth. Once they were there in the third world, they had human bodies. They filled the new world and lived in peace and reverence for that which is sacred. Spider Grandmother instructed them to make prayer sticks or bahos in honor Tua. Among them, however, were sorcerers who created bahos for evil purposes, changing the sacred rituals, stealing, and fighting. Spider Grandmother gathered those humans who understood the meaning of life. She led them out of the third world through a narrow opening, the Sipapu, onto the Earth's surface, or fourth world. Those left behind in the third world were destroyed, but a sorcerer sneaked out, and that is how evil came into the world. As they emerged, Mockingbird divided them into groups: Hohokun, Mogollon, Anasazi, and all other tribes of the world. Spider Grandmother gave a special charge to the Anasazi, to guard the original Sipapu and keep it open so that the dead would remember the passageway to the third world from whence they came. She gave them the Ayanyi Stone, a talisman of great power meaning breath or life. Along with the stone, she gave them instructions on how to perform the yearly ceremony so that the dead would not be lost. The Anasazi built a great kiva, a Hopi word meaning underworld, around the Sipapu and selected 12 of their strongest warriors to defend it. Each year, as part of a secret ceremony, one warrior was chosen to carry a sacred bahos into the kiva. After proving he was worthy, he offered himself as a sacrifice to the Sipapu. Before the warrior was completely dead, the shaman inhaled the warrior's last remaining breath. Then, taking the Ayanyi stone, he blew that last breath over the stone and into the Sipapu, bridging the gap between the third and fourth worlds. The warrior then became Kachina, and his body was buried in the sacred valley. Mockingbird begged Spider Grandmother to give the Ayanyi stone great powers so that the Anasazi could better protect the Sipapu against evil. Now, Spider Grandmother was very fond of Mockingbird, so she gave the Ayanyi stone the power to bring life to the petroglyphs that surrounded the kiva, creating great armies at the command of the shaman who possessed the stone. Then, showing off to Mockingbird, Spider Grandmother gave the Ayanyi the power to turn enemies of the Sipapu into petroglyphs. Mockingbird began to brag of Ayanyi's great power. Wait, Ayanyi and Iyani. I think that's a typo. Soon, raiders from distant tribes came searching for the stone. The raiders burned Anasazi crops, polluted the rivers, preyed on their livestock, and committed many other atrocities to force the shaman and his warriors to give up Ayanyi. The Anasazi, however, were prepared to sacrifice all rather than to let Ayanyi slip into the hands of the foreign raiders. Soon, all that remained were the shaman and his 12 warriors. Desperately, the shaman used Ayanyi's power and turned the petroglyphs on the canyon walls to armies that battled to protect the sacred kiva from the raiders. For 12 years he continued to fight them, but still they came. Finally there were no more warriors to sacrifice to the Sipapu. Alone and desperate, the shaman used the ultimate power and turned the remaining raiders into petroglyphs on the canyon walls. The danger to the Sipapu was gone, but with no enemy to fight and no more warriors to sacrifice to the Sipapu, the shaman despaired. He feared the Kachina would come and take the stone away. Now that he had used Yanni's power, living without it was something he could not bear. He broke the stone into two and hid the pieces in the canyon. The pain of its loss was so severe that he sacrificed his own life at the Sipapu. The Pueblo Indians still build kivas with Sipapu in remembrance of where they came from. It is believed, however, that many of the dead are lost and cannot find their way back to the Third World. That is the cause of many of today's troubles. Wow, okay. So that makes me... That begs a question now. Are these good Bajos or bad Bajos? And is this a good Kachina or a bad Kachina? It's starting to feel like it's a bad Kachina. And I'm a little worried that we are going to be sacrificed. Because the warrior gets sacrificed. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm going down here, but only to unlock it as a fast travel point. Warning, several persons have vanished in Devil's Mouth Canyon. Extreme caution should be exercised when entering the canyon. Hazardous conditions may make rescue impossible. Does it look like it's gotten like 1,000,000 bullet holes? I don't know what's up with that kind of rust. Wow. Yeah. Maybe we don't go here. How do you leave? Whew! Okay. I got a little nervous. Alright, so that's how you fast travel. You just click on the map. Very helpful, but you have to just explore the place first. Let's go over here now. Cyclone Storage Facility. What used to be the World something dance hall. This is where the Kachina was spotted. Oh. No, these are different symbols. Can't say I know what this is about either. So we're gonna skip that. I'm starting to get creeped out just when there's nothing happening now. That's good. I like getting creeped out. That's a reason why I like these games. Home sweet home. It'd be nice to have a place like that right now. It is locked. Okay. Is there anything on the floor? No. Onwards. Oh, lights flickering over there. I don't know what that building is. This looks like a barber shop. Got a dragon motif on it. Whoa, I actually did something. I did not expect that to work. I have to draw this down. Okay. Oh, I see. I never noticed that. It's just a little spinny thing. Yep, there's your missing person. Oh, and guess what? My favorite. Slidey puzzles. I'm just gonna not be able to do those. Let's go into this interesting place instead. What that has a mural on the side. Hey, that's Breath of Yanyi playing. I would know that anyway. Ooh, look at all these photos. Oh my god, the phone is ringing. We should probably answer that?
If you're feeling sorry for this town, don't. They deserve everything that happened to them.
Did they now? Let's find out.
Pearl, where's that nephew of yours? I can't find my daughter Teresa anywhere. I know Lyle's responsible. I've seen it in his eyes. If he doesn't have some pretty darn good answers, I'll have him thrown in jail. That'll put the fear of the Lord in him.
To replay this message, saved.
Pearl, you tell your nephews that they had better quit the practical jokes. They came into my office and tried to tell me that I was in danger from Dark Cloud. Now, I don't want to hear any more Dark Cloud stuff. And as mayor, if they're up to something, I need to know.
To replay this message, press the blue message, saved.
Yeah, I'm writing that down. Mayor to Pearl. Dark Cloud.
Pearl, Phil here. What in the heck were those two kids doing up in Devil's Mouth? I picked them up this morning coming back to town. Now you know, Pearl, no good ever comes from that canyon. There's evil up there. My own son. But that's not why I called. I'm in kind of a rough spot. I wondered if one of your nephews, not the kids I picked up, but one of your own blood relatives could watch a store for a couple of hours. Ted's called an emergency town council meeting, and I can't afford to close. I'll leave a few quarters. There's still a couple of cans of soda left in the machine, but you better warn them. If one item in my store is missing, they'll be spending time with Bert. In jail.
To replay this message, press the blue button. Message, saved. End of messages.
Alright. Desert Satellite. Customer name Pearl Larson. Business Cyclone Cafe. Address 30 Stone Road. Desert Satellite phone numbers 555-6000. Desert Satellite introductory offer $107.70. Just kidding. Free. Installation free. Desert Satellite free TV offer free. I, customer, agree to pay $17.95 per month if I decide to keep Desert Satellite service after the 6-month trial period. If at the end of the trial period I sign a year's contract, then the TV is mine to keep free of charge. If I am not entirely satisfied, I, customer, agree to return both the satellite dish and TV with nothing further to pay. Customer signature, Pearl Larson. Desert Satellite, okay. Photos for Mike and Lyle's friend. Oh, from Speedy Photo. We were supposed to get these. Yikes. What is going on here? This one. Somebody's crushed under some rocks and wearing a bracelet that looks familiar. There's also some kind of spider or tarantula, and I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a bird? Maybe. Then we have this one that definitely has a vulture. And... oh my god. Are these the missing people? They better not be. What's up with this? Is it all warped and weird? I have no idea. This is strange. Alright, what's going on, Pearl? Give us a clue. Oh, this is like a ledger. Okay, so we have dates here and balances, and it looks like some comments for the day. So for June 10th, which was the day that Jason Dunlap went missing, it says, extra customers because of the search for tourists. June 11, Jason Dunlap's disappearance has affected appetites. June 12, Mike, Lyle, and friends arrive. Cyclone won't like them. June 13, Olivia talked me into letting her paint a mural. Then June 17, who? Does that say Jim? I'm not sure who that says. I'll just call him Jim. Jim gets supplies from Flag. June 18, slow day, can't afford to pay the whole band. Aw. June 20, bank robbed. Should I get a wall safe? June 22nd, no tourists today. Scared off? June 23rd, where are the tourists? June 24th, the band asked for fewer hours, thank goodness. June 27, at this rate I can't even afford to pay Mike and Lyle. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Lots of flowers and skulls going on. July 4th, hooray for the 4th! July 5th, Mike and Lyle are only something and doing cleanup. July 7th, getting satellite TV tomorrow. July 10, everyone must have stayed home to watch TV. July 12, Ivan didn't come in today. June 16, haven't been too good at keeping the books lately. Yeah, 'cause he went from every day to every few days. Once you got your TV, things started changing. August 3rd, out of everything, can't get Jim to go to Flagstaff. August 12th, long distance phones are out. And then August 15th, trapped. With like no money. Pearl, I know you are worried about what is happening in Cyclone. You should trust no one, not even me. If something happens, I want you to have the contents of my safe deposit box. It contains the truth. The key is under my trailer. Or we need to go back to his trailer and get that key. And use it on a safe deposit box, which I don't know where it is. Cool. Oh boy. Groovy. DEFCON 1, rat poison. 100% effective rodent eliminator. Warning. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why they have us look at that. Like it means something. Ooh. What's this? A flamingo key? What do I need a flamingo key for? Did she get a wall safe somewhere? And I just never noticed before? There's so many things that key could go to. Okay. I'm not saying anything interactable. Alright, I'm moving on. Uh-oh, we got more vases. Whenever I look at this, I swear I see like a bat with some funky wings. And the placard says, "This pot, found buried with the dead in the mine tunnels under Cyclone, depicts the ancient Indian god of death, Masao, who was bat-like and blind by day. According to legend, he lives with Spider Grandmother and can destroy with a touch." Oh, I was right to think bat when looking at that. What is this? It is a candle. I mean, I want to light it so bad, I just don't know if I should. I'm gonna save real quick. Alright, so I lit a candle, but I don't know what that's going to do. Cyclone Cafe, home of Pearl's Cyclone Burger and Tornado Fries. I am actually starving. Huh. Well, I'm gonna read the menu. Silver dollar pancakes, $4. 10 small pancakes smothered in syrup commemorate the silver miners who founded the town of Cyclone. Apparently we are out of the whirlwind omelet, which was $5.50. Not for the squeamish. This robust omelet is a cyclonite native I know what I wanted to do when I saw that. Cyclone native favorite and Pearl's specialty. Cyclone native. We're also out of Pearl's Cyclone Burger. Oh, not the thing on the front cover, for $6.50. Taking shelter from the twister and the spot that would become Cyclone, the miners never imagined that something this delicious would emerge. A big quarter pounder with a side of tornado fries. We do have the tuna twister for $5.75. Tuna salad on white bread. Safe fare, even for those new to Cyclone. Ooh, peanut butter sandies for $3.95. Legend has it that the canyon is haunted by evil spirits. Pearl's advice? Better take an extra one of these sandwiches on your trip into the canyon. Who knows when you'll come back. And then we're out of, I think it says Kachina clam chowder tomato soup. Was $2.75, then $8.75? The Pueblo Indians believe that Kachinas are the spirit intermediaries between God and man. Pearl says, if a Kachina tasted this dish, he would never go back into the spirit world, but stay right here in Cyclone, surfing up chowder. Why do we have a floppy? Do we even have a computer we can pop that bad boy into? I don't know. Ooh, a lovely flower. That is now ours. Every rose gets dethorned. Dude, I just noticed he has an actual Buddha over there. I don't know why I got so excited about a Buddha sighting. Oh, supposedly that's more seating for the cafe over there. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here. Looking at the map, we've done basically... Oh, that's called Max's Cave. We've swept from Max's Cave to the mine, Sheriff's Department Birch Trailer, Savings and Loan Hills Market, Devil's Mouth, Museum and Library, and then Cyclone Cafe. So we're almost done. I think I will go to the community church, and then after that, we will go to the cemetery. That's what you have to look forward to in the next episode. Until then.